What's up everyone, I'm your host Edward, and on this channel I talk about stocks and crypto news. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see my videos every single week. Don't forget to hit that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, in today's video I'm gonna go through a lot of news and it's kind of all over the place, but let's not waste any more time and let's just dive right in. So as usual, I'm just gonna go through the markets really quickly before we get into the juicy details. And today the stock market is up a little bit but still kind of flat in terms of the percentages. And if we look into the heat map, we can clearly see that it's pretty much flat, but it seems like the financial banks are doing very well today. And in terms of the crypto market, it is down about 1.25%, and the total crypto market cap right now is about 2.07 trillion, and Bitcoin right now is still trading at about $48,000. And in yesterday's video I did a little bit of technical analysis, so if you haven't seen that, feel free to watch that after this video. If we look into the fear and greed index, right, yesterday was extremely greedy at about 79, which is why yesterday we saw a pullback to about $47,000, and right now it seems like we're bouncing back up. But in the end, right, there's a really great indicator for Bitcoin because it tells us if the market is, fearful or greedy. And everyone should know this quote by now, but remember to be fearful when the market is greedy and be greedy when the market is fearful. But the main news that I want to talk about today is the NFT space, because Visa just bought a CryptoPunk for about $150,000. And for those that don't know what an NFT is, it's a non-fungible token. And you can just think of this as a digital asset. And it's pretty much designed to represent ownership of a virtual item. So unlike the real world, scarce assets like paintings and collectibles are all physical goods, and NFTs brings that to the virtual world. And what's great is that no one can take it from you because NFTs are traded in the blockchain, and that's the beauty of crypto. And Visa seems to be jumping into this space, and $150,000 worth of Ethereum is nothing to Visa. But this move yesterday by Visa just pumped up the whole entire NFT space, and anyone owning any CryptoPunks are right now mooning at the moment. And for those that don't know what a CryptoPunk is, it's pretty much like an avatar that's kind of pixelated and digitalized. And I do believe you can customize your own, but remember, the beauty of this is that no one can take it from you, and you can show that you actually own this piece of artwork with your own personal wallet address. And I personally do think the NFT space is the future of art, because let's say for example, if a song artist decides to put their record as an NFT and someone actually buys it or owns that album, then all the future cash flows from that album goes to the owner of that NFT, and that's pretty crazy. Remember, collectibles and art is a really great way to preserve your wealth, because for example, let's say you did own the Mona Lisa and the market comes crashing down, you're still rich because you own that one Mona Lisa in the world. And that's the theory of the scarce asset, and it's all simple supply and demand. If there's only one supply of the Mona Lisa and the demand skyrockets, then that painting should be worth millions of dollars. And recently in this year of 2021, right, Beeple sold an NFT artwork for about $69 million called the Every Days the First 5,000 Days. And Beeple is an artist that made art for 5,000 days straight, and he decided to make an NFT with all 5,000 paintings. And 5,000 days is like a decade's worth of art, but it seems like smart money is moving into the space and everyone is hyped up at the moment. And in the next article, right, Budweiser buys a domain name called Beer.eth for 30 Ethereums, and 30 Ethereums is about $95,000 USD. And Budweiser is following Visa's footsteps because they do see NFTs as like the blockchain for art. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what they're gonna be doing. But it seems like they did partner with Gary Vaynerchuk, who is very famous for talking about NFTs and kind of hyping the space up. But he did warn that more than 95% of NFTs out there are a scam. And looking at this point, it seems like Budweiser is making this as a long-term play because they are bullish in intellectual property. I'm definitely gonna be keeping up with this market, but right now I personally don't own any NFTs. But in the future, right, once the market kind of matures, I'll definitely hop right in. So in the next article, right, the reason why Gary Vaynerchuk said that more than 95% of NFTs are a scam is because something like this, right? A JPEG of a rock just got sold for 600k as the NFT frenzy continues. And literally anyone could have done this, and it's obviously very stupid, which is why some people with a lot of money decide to make this more funny by actually purchasing it for about 600k. And just imagine all the money that you can spend with 600k, right? That can be almost like 2 houses, definitely a couple supercars, or a really great investment into crypto like Bitcoin. And because of this move by the CEO of Tron, Justin Sun, the cheapest rock available right now is $1 million. And to give you a context, right, there's different shades of different rocks. So I mean, this is more like a meme, right? And if you really do value this for $1 million, you must be super rich. And you have a lot of disposable income. But I personally would never buy something like this. Maybe if I was to troll. So last week, right, OnlyFans made a huge news saying that they're gonna be banning adult content on their platform, and the whole entire internet went crazy, saying that that was pretty much the only purpose of OnlyFans, and that it was pretty much a stupid business decision. And they did put the blame towards like financial institutions like Visa and MasterCard, and based on all the backlash that they received, right, they suspended the policy change and will continue to do business as usual. And last year, right, because of the pandemic, everyone's staying home, and a lot of sex workers aren't able to, you know, physically go to work, and OnlyFans made about $2 billion in revenue last year. And for those that don't know, right, OnlyFans wasn't created for this intention. It's just that their content creators decide to use this platform to make money, and OnlyFans is a really fitting name for that. But moving forward, I want to see what they're gonna be doing with their payment processors. And this is my theory, but I'm hoping that they will get into crypto and accept it as a medium of exchange on their platforms. Because remember, crypto doesn't care, right? They don't care about your feelings, but MasterCard and Visa does. So that's that. Next up, Peloton's gonna be selling their lower end treadmill, and it's finally going on sale after addressing safety issues. So a couple months ago, right, Peloton decided to end their treadmills because of safety issues, and apparently a baby did die because of it, and Peloton had to recall many treadmills. But people that did their research knows that it is pretty much FUD. But I'm not gonna dive too deep because I did many videos about Peloton, so if you're interested, right, feel free to watch it after this video. But I believe Peloton did skyrocket about 5% yesterday after this news came out, and their low-end $2,500 machine will be released on August 30th in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Spoiler alert, right? This is probably my favorite stock at the moment because it is extremely undervalued. And Peloton, right, makes most of the money based on their subscription model, not on their treadmill. And we're really bullish on home fitness. I think this is the #1 play. And we also have to consider that working from home will be the norm, and people will be more reluctant to create their own home gym. So just keep that in mind. Next up, the chief of the SEC warns the clock is ticking on delisting Chinese stocks. So Gary Gensler is the new chairman of the SEC, and he did come out in an interview on Tuesday saying that he has a 3-year deadline for Chinese firms to permit inspections on their financial audits, and if they don't comply, they will be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. And I think this is a great move, right? Because personally, I'm not a fan of Chinese stocks due to their accounting practices. And we saw this with Luckin Coffee. And a lot of people put their life savings into the stock because they thought that this is going to be the Chinese of Starbucks. But what happened was that that company lied about their sales and revenues. And the stock pretty much halted that day and got delisted from the stock exchange. And Gary Gensler's motive is to protect investors. So that's something I'm really glad that he's doing. But yeah, I want to see how the CCP is going to react to this. So I'm going to keep up with this topic. And lastly, Cathie Wood invests and buys millions of shares of Draftkings, and she's been buying this stock for months now, and it seems like they keep adding more positions. And I did a whole video on Draftkings, so if you're interested, feel free to watch that after this video as well. But it seems like Cathie Wood is bullish on the online casino space. And remember, Draftkings is a software business that owns pretty much no plant or equipment to operate their business, unlike a real casino where they have to purchase different equipments and hire workers. Draftkings is all automated online, so it really does cut the cost. And the future of online casino is looking very bright. And over here, we can see what stocks they bought on Tuesday. Because remember, ARK Invest is an active ETF, so they're making trades every single day. But we can definitely see some big names like Draftkings, Invite, Pfizer, Coinbase, Teladoc, Zillow, Pinduoduo. So that's that. That wraps up for this video. If you're interested in buying crypto, please head into my referral links in the description box down below, and we can both get a small cash bonus once you sign up and make some trades. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see my videos every single week. That's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.